Hi, I'm Shaparak Khorsandi and this is Virtually Everything for Comic Relief. When I was little, when I was about 10 years old, I really wanted to be a comedian and a part-time vet. I was nuts about animals and I was nuts about the idea of doing stand-up comedy. And when all the other kids had pictures of Bros and Wham up on their wall, I had pictures of lions, tigers, dogs and cats. I was weirdly obsessed with the Queen. In my mind as a kid, I always thought that me and the Queen would one day be friends.
Yes.
The first stand-up comedy set I ever did, I was very, very young. And all I did really was go clubbing and pull. So I think that's what I talked about. To pay the rent, I used to be a cleaner and a life model. So when I first started stand-up, that's what I talked about. I talked about life as a life model. So my first set was, hello, I'm Shappy and I'm a life model. I stand naked in front of strangers and they draw me and the teacher walks around the class going, try and fit both thighs on the same piece of paper. That was the first set that I did and I got paid as well. I got paid £5 for my first ever set and I was on with another comedian who'd also just started and his name was Stephen Merchant. He was at my first ever gig and he was very tall. He didn't get paid and I don't know what he's doing now. My way of getting on with people has always been by having a laugh. If I can't have a laugh with someone, I find it really hard. If I was at a bus stop, I'd start talking to someone. I'm still like that. If I don't do a gig for a while, I get really friendly at bus stops. Even if I'm not going anywhere, I'll just go to the bus stop to meet someone and try and make them laugh. And it's always when I've made a complete stranger laugh. That's been the buzz, because that made me feel that, yeah, if I can make a complete stranger on a train or at a bus stop or in a shop laugh, then I can do stand-up comedy. What keeps me up at night at the moment, if we're living in the moment, is my puppy. I've just got an ex-street dog from Romania, and at night time my puppy still thinks it's living up in Romania, you know, just barking at the wind and falling leaves, and it guards the house from worms coming up in the garden. I'm pretty sure my dog can hear them. He's got very massive ears. I've got so many animals and they just run around my house in the night, setting off the alarm. It's a nightmare. I never sleep. I'm deranged with lack of sleep all the time, but I wouldn't have it the other way. When I first moved into my new house, I was very, very pregnant with my daughter and I was single. And I just decided that what my life needed was a piano. I didn't know that the men were going to put it on the pavement and I didn't know what to do. So I was just stood by this piano with this giant belly, not knowing how to get it in my house. And just some like local mums that I didn't even know, they all just came. This sort of army of mums came along and hoofed this piano in my house. And I never really saw them again, but it was just such a lovely thing that they saw this pregnant woman in distress on a pavement and all sort of gathered together and made a little nest of mussels for me, and it made me feel very secure, and no one's learnt the piano in my house. In 20 years' time, I am going to be, how old will I be? Oh, I'll be nearly 70, okay. So I will be travelling the world, if such a thing is possible, and I will be following my children around wherever they are and annoying them and being really needy, and I will be probably fostering lots and lots of dogs and maybe a donkey. Dogs and donkeys, I think, are my future. I think the wildest thing I could do for comic relief for 24 hours is be quiet. I find talking really satisfying, and I'm a big talker, and I think staying quiet for 24 hours is something that would be a massive challenge for me, and that would be the wildest thing, because dancing for 24 hours or, you know, mucking about or doing something active, I'd find that like right up my street. But to really challenge myself, I think I'd have to shut up for 24 hours. I don't think I could do it. I'm sorry, Comic Relief. I know it's a really important cause, but I yak. A change that I would like to see in the world is, I wish I could say something funny, but it's going to be quite serious. No, it's Comic Relief. Okay. A change I would like to see in the world is people no longer being judged and hauled down for one thing they've done wrong. I think I am so glad that the internet wasn't around when I was young and coming of age and making all of my mistakes, because I don't think I would have lasted 5 seconds, I'll be honest with you. And I think all these judgy, someone somewhere has done something without my permission. That's got to stop. That's what I would want for the future.